Whoa!
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. You know what, I just realized we're doing a Korea diary series and I haven't even greeted you guys in Korean. I'm gonna give it a go. 안녕하세요, 너무 반가워요. 내 비디오 봐줘서 너무 감사합니다. In today's vlog, I'm gonna take you guys to one of the most iconic places in all of Seoul. It's a huge contrast from where we were last week in the countryside with my grandma in Iksan. In this video, we are in Gangnam. Unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard of the name before, especially if you've ever danced to Gangnam Style by the iconic Psy.
Whoa!
But hey, there is so much more to this district than just a viral song.
Is this another room there?
It's another room. What's in here? Oh, washing machine!
Washing machine 있다.
Wow!
Washing machine.
I shotgun a row!
Is there a balcony here?
A few moments later.
Believe it or not, Gangnam wasn't always the glittering modern neighborhood that it is now. It used to be farmland and small villages, but in the 1960s and 70s, Seoul started to grow rapidly and Gangnam became the new center of that growth. In the 1980s, as the economy boomed, this area went through huge development. Real estate exploded and Gangnam quickly became a symbol of wealth and success. Fast forward to today, it is one of the most expensive areas to live in South Korea. It's like the Beverly Hills of Seoul, full of high-rise apartments, luxury shopping, and some of the coolest spots in the city.
I can't recreate, so it's all the flashing lights.
Tomorrow.
Officially day 9, which means we are a week and a day into our trip, which also means that we have just under a week left in South Korea. This has been a really wild trip. I've never been overseas with my siblings. It was so special to see so much of our extended family. Being an immigrant child, I think I always felt different wherever I went. Mum told me that I used to ask her when I was in preschool, why do I have like darker skin and darker hair and everybody else has like blonde hair and blue eyes? But coming back to the motherland as an adult with my adult siblings has been really cool. Being able to look through mum and dad's old albums, seeing their childhood photos, meeting their siblings and meeting their siblings' kids, aka our cousins as adults, is really cool. My Korean, surprisingly, has come back. I think at the start of the trip it was so rusty, but towards like the end of week 1, I was able to hold a conversation with the taxi driver for around half an hour. I was pretty impressed with that. I was pretty glad that it all came back. I can still read everything, I can still write, I can still touch type Korean, which is kind of a low-key flex. For me personally, one thing that has been so special about this trip is, just the concept of life being so fleeting. Obviously, life will always have its challenges and stresses, but it's so short, and as much as we have to work hard and solve problems and show up, it's just as important to have fun and prioritize the people that we love and seek out adventures.
A few minutes later.
We just had KFC for breakfast, lunch, brunch, and I'm just walking. I had a friend text through on Instagram and suggested I go to this park because I lost my public transport card. I think I might walk my way to the park, and then if I get really tired, I'll catch the beam back. What really makes Gangnam stand out is its cultural impact. When you think of Gangnam, think of trendsetting. From fashion to beauty to technology, Gangnam is the birthplace of some of the biggest trends in Korea. The flashy Gangnam look became famous worldwide, and a lot of it has to do with the affluent lifestyle people here aspire to. The The walk from Oakland Hotel to Dosan Park took around 15 minutes. As soon as I stepped inside this park, it really felt like I entered a completely different world. Only minutes ago, I was surrounded by towering buildings and just classic city life. In comparison, this park was literally like heaven. A quiet retreat in the middle of a concrete jungle. I think my inner country girl felt instantly at home. As I wandered through this gorgeous park, I noticed there were lots of posters and historical displays. It was almost like an outdoor museum. A lot of the posters told the story of An Chang-ho, a figure in Korea's independence movement. It was actually so cool to read about his impact whilst being in such a calm space. That made the experience even more special. If you're in Gangnam and you ever feel like you need a break from that city energy, Dosan Park is the perfect spot to slow down and soak in some history. Came home to this. Amazing. During our entire time in Gangnam, we were really taken care of by Dad's friends. Every single meal we were taken out, we experienced the most amazing hospitality. Our hosts were so careful in selecting the best of the best.
Morning guys, I am excited to show you guys the cafe that we're going to. I saw something on Instagram and I thought I have to go here. It's not too far from Gangnam, which is really cool. I'll show you rather than talk about it. See you soon.
I've never had a taxi driver so angry at me before. Okay, story time. On Instagram, I saw a library that looked like it was floating on the Han River, and I instantly thought I need to go here. So we did. But the catch was, I told the taxi driver the address and he told me that it was impossible to get there because it was in the middle of the Han River. And he kept angrily asking me, like, tell me the address again. And me, with my semi-broken Korean, kept trying to say the exact address. He just kept getting mad at me saying that it was impossible. Mind you, by this point we were already halfway there. Turns out he was wrong, I was right. He dropped us off in the middle of the Han River, but on the bridge where the entrance to this gorgeous, gorgeous place was. Hwangju-gyo 8th Avenue is the only cultural area in Korea located beneath a bridge. It's a beautiful little spot that has a gallery depicting the 100-year history of the Hangang River and gives us a glimpse of developers' plans to further revive the river into a prime leisure spot for citizens and tourists. It has such a gorgeous scenic view of the river. You can see it from the glass observatory, and because there's glass all around, you kind of get a bit of a 360 view of the gorgeous river and the city. I didn't know this when we were there, but they actually hold live performances on Fridays and weekend nights. If you're around in Seoul, make sure to check out this place and see some live music. Absolutely stunning. Probably one of my biggest highlights in our South Korea trip. The only thing that I think could have made it even better was if they had real food. They had like snacks and pre-packaged drinks and things like that for an even better experience. If they had hot food or if they had a little cafe there, that would have made the place an absolute 12 out of 10. We had a really great time just journaling, taking some photos and spending some quality time before going to find lunch. If you're anything like me, there always hits a point when you're doing an Asia trip where you just feel like you can't eat any more rice. And I reckon I was at this point a little while before this lunch, but we had a gorgeous lunch with, I think, focaccia. We had sandwiches, we had salad. It was a really nice change of pace. The restaurant itself was so beautifully done. I ended up bringing my sisters and my mum back here on the last day of our trip, which we'll show you in a later episode. Everything was laid out so intentionally. Everything just felt so classy, a little bit eclectic, but really, really well done. It was probably one of my favorite... Louis, let me finish this voiceover. It was probably one of my... Louis. It was probably one of my favorite restaurants in Seoul.
택시 기사가 대단한 거라고.
Oh no.
That's the spiciest thing I've ever.
그냥 다
그렇지. That's good.
Anyway guys, this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you've watched to the end. As you guys would already know, there are thousands and thousands of amazing things to do in Gangnam and Seoul, and we could only show you a tiny bit of what we got up to, but I hope that it was insightful. Let me know in the comments below if any of the hidden gems I shared with you guys is something that you'd like to go to and explore. Hope you have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next week in the next video. Bye!